vegetables, which is the name of those vegetables, and mirepoix. The name of those vegetables is known as mirepoix. Parsley stems and the celery leaf. Some of the ingredients for the recipe for stock. The average recipe is more so with a recipe for every gallon of stock you want to make. It's roughly 5 to 7 pounds, 5 to 8 pounds of bones.
Repeat.
5 to 8 pounds of bones.
For every
gallon. I'll give you a good recipe on it. Yes, it is. We'll go over it in a minute. 5 pounds bones, 2 pounds mirepoix. Mirepoix is an equal mixture, or a mixture of onions, celery, carrots. I'll go over it more tomorrow with the PowerPoint. There's so much information on it. But mirepoix, onions, 50%. Celery, 25%. Carrots, 25%. That ratio, known as mirepoix. So you need roughly 2 pounds of that. So back to ratio and math. 1 pound onions, half a pound celery, half a pound carrot. That ingredients. Your seasoning, either one of two, is known as a bouquet garni and or a sachet. The sachet aspect of it is a seasoned packet that has the bouquet garni is a tied up bundle with a leek leaf. I'll show you that. Leek leaf, celery leaf, parsley stems, thyme, bay leaf, peppercorn. Sachet, same ingredients minus the celery leaf. You tie it up in a cheesecloth. So cheesecloth, bay leaf, thyme, parsley stem, celery leaf, peppercorns. Both of them you could throw garlic in, but it's not traditional. Go from there. And then water, your other ingredient, gallon and a half. Because as you cook it, it's going to reduce. It's going to evaporate. Great question. Oh, I love that question. You would think, yeah, salt. No. What do the French call, and I'll get to, I go a long way around to give the answer, so this is the fun part about Chef Knaup. What do the French call stocks? What's their name? What's the name of stocks? If you read ahead in your PowerPoint presentation. What are names of the stock? From the stocks you make the mother sauces, so that's going from there, but before the stocks you have, what's the name of this class? Foundation. They call them the fonds, F-O-N-D-S, fond. So a fond, it's a foundation. And you have to start with a foundation to make anything. So in regards to stock is a foundation of many different types of cooking. It's super important. It's super easy, but it's super important. Very easy to make. Time-wise, takes a while to make it, but to prepare it, very minimal amount of time. So, chicken stock. How long do we cook chicken stock for? I love that answer. Correct. Yes, until it's done. Time-wise, though, I'll give you an estimate. Chicken, 3 to 4 hours. Tomorrow, on top of it, we're making a fish fumet, another name for stock. We'll go over that more information tomorrow. But fish fumet, anywhere from 20 minutes to 45 minutes. Fish bones are small. Don't need a lot of cooking time. You're going to extract most of the flavor within the first 30 to 40 minutes. So 45 minutes is long enough for fish stock. Chicken stock, 3 to 4 hours is average. With more flavor. Veal bones, beef bones, 6 to 8 hours. We'll get more information about that tomorrow. So I'm going to put on the chicken bones. We'll get them going. It's 10:30, I'd say maybe by 11:30 it'll come to a simmer. That's when the time starts. So 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Let's say 4:30. Who's coming back in and drop the chicken stock? No, I'm gone. It's my week, you know, not weekend, but my time's over. Who's coming back in and put down the stock? No, see, it's just pastry class. What do they know? Ooh, I just put them down. No, they know a lot. They know a lot. They just don't know food. They like. I go to pastry students. They culinary students. Wow, what do they know? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so D shift. Hey, let them put it down. Yeah, no, that's pastry class in here too. Golly, we're screwed. What the heck are we gonna do? Nobody's gonna come in. Fine with you guys. I'm not showing you now. No. In school, culinary school, one thing we do here at school, and it's not a problem because you do the same thing in the industry. You cook it overnight. Yeah. Is there a problem, like you just said? Can you overcook a stock? When you walk into your room, did you smell the chicken stock going on right now that's cooking? And have you noticed sometimes when you walk up and down the hallway already, like, ooh, it smells like chicken. It's chicken stock going on in school. You're smelling it. The more you cook it, the more of the vapors or the smells going into the air, the flavor. You can overcook it. It's going to take several days to overcook chicken stock though. But you get most of the flavors you're extracting it from it. So here at school, when we do chicken stock and veal stock, a day, 24 hours. We put it on bones, 50%. So whatever your size of your vessel is, you can only fill it up halfway. I was hoping to go to this size. But it was right about here with all the bones. Way too much there, so it wouldn't work in that size pot. Do your ratio way off the bones. Could you do it that way though? Problem is, if you cooked it with too many bones in your pot, you're not going to get the best extraction from all the bones, and you're actually going to lose flavor because there's not enough liquid, and then it won't be concentrated. It'll just be strong chicken stock, but you're losing in regards to you wouldn't be able to extract as much flavor from it. So, yeah, come on up. Anybody wants to come up and look, see how much is there? Before you do, hold on 1 second. Some people are all about doing the last couple. So technically, when I come in tomorrow morning at 5 in the morning, I can grab the extra vegetables right here and dump it in then, and then we could drain it at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and that'd be good. It'd have a stronger vegetable flavor. But is it chicken stock or vegetable? Chicken. Okay, so that's the mirepoix. How about how you cut it? Does that make a difference? It does. In regards, if it's white stock, it doesn't. But then again, it does. You know, the larger you cut it, the longer you can cook it. Being a small cut, it's not going to get lost, but it's still there. If we are doing brown stock, where we brown the bones and brown the vegetable, it makes a bigger difference. Because then you can't brown all these small pieces, they're going to burn. You're better off having large cuts of mirepoix for brown stock. Both of them, large in general, is best all the way around. So in regards personally, why cut it then if you're going to cook it overnight? Peel the onions, peel the carrots, trim the celery, throw it in. Just throw it in whole. It's going to be cooking overnight. It's going to extract the flavors from it. Me, personally, with stock, I'm all about Ronco cooking. You ever heard of Ronco cooking? Somebody got it right there. Ronco bill. Set it, forget it. Put it all together, put it on the fire, set it, forget it. Sort of simmer. It's like crock pot, but not on fire. Yes, you're going to watch it. I've adjusted the temperature a little bit. Once your temperature's set, boom, you're done. So the idea of putting all the ingredients together, set it, forget it, reset it. Next day, drain it. That's where it's so easy to make. Super important though in the process because you have to maintain the temperature. You don't want to boil it. If it boils, yeah. So brown stock, what's the one true way to ruin brown stock? And then this was one of those questions that I missed. And I was so mad at myself. Here it is, I've gone through one culinary school. I've gone to another culinary school. I think I know it all. I know everything. Yeah, right. The question was, what's the one sure way to ruin brown stock? And what I answered, I was struggling because I knew it wasn't the right answer, was boil it. Boil your stock. It does. You can still use boiled stock. Boiling it does not extract as much flavor from the bones. And as it's boiling, it's rotating, it's rolling, a rolling boil. So it's going from the bottom to the top, and every time it goes back down, it's grabbing the fat from the top, and it emulsifies it back in. So then you end up cooking sauces with that, and you get greasy sauces. So that's a big reason why you do. That's almost enough. She just said, Chef, those are A shifts, carrots, onion, celery. Yeah. They took yours. So now we're almost 10%.
How do you know that's
And I'm just eyeballing it. There you go. That's about 10%. What? What am I going to do with this? Is it going to keep till Tuesday? So throw it away, right? Compost it. Oh, let's just use it. Well, we got all this extra veg. I'm going to fill it up right about to the rib. Still, so we have extra water. It's okay. It's pretty yummy. There's not that many onions in it, so I'm going to put some more onions into it. Because technically it's more onions, 50% onions, 25 carrot, 25 celery for your marijuana.
So no
Okay,
garlic?
I'll go over that again. So, mirepoix, the mixture of carrots, onions, celery. Onions, 50%. Celery, 25. Onion, or carrot, 25. Celery, 25. Onion, 50%.
No garlic? You don't generally, garlic's not part of it?
You can. It's not a problem. Garlic. Garlic's not always put in. No. I have many times put garlic in. It's not a problem. I'm just going to have to peel it. So it needs more onions. It's not enough onions. I want that ratio of 50% onion, roughly.
But you would put the garlic in the bouquet garni as opposed to like...
Either or.
Okay.
I'm going to get that in a minute.
Okay.
25% carrot, 25% celery, 50% onion to make 100% for marijuana. All right. Bouquet garni. It's a leaf in the onion family. Many different layers on it. To make a bouquet garni, you need one of these guys. Leeks, and where do they grow? Good, you guys are so smart. Because sometimes like, I don't know how to grow the Toledo. Sure, no. Well, maybe, I don't know, they can grow Toledo. So they also grow in the ground. In the ground with them, they grow sand. And they get layers of sand between the layers of it. So they're really a filthy, dirty animal, or vegetable. But they're delicious. So the idea, take them, clean them, put them in a pan maybe, get rid of the green parts, lay them in a pan, a whole pan of them. A little bit of cream, a little bit of chicken stock, maybe some whole cloves of garlic, some bay leaves maybe, some fresh thyme. Wrap it up, aluminum foil, pop in the oven, braise it, take off the lid, reduce it. Veg du jour, braised leeks. Oh, so yum. Take the mashed potatoes that we made the other day, put it on top of the mashed potatoes. Oh, yeah. They're tough and fibers. They need a while to cook. Well, I'm about ready to get there, but I'm talking about food because I'm so dang hungry. So, and then on top of that, maybe, let's put, sea bass. Sauteed sea bass right on top of that. What's the problem with that, though? In your head, I want you to picture white leeks, white mashed potatoes, white fish. Plain, raw, whatever. It tastes so dang good, but there's no color. Exactly. So, throw color to the garnish. In water, you gotta clean them in water. Taking it, remove the core, remove the stem aspect, but leave the core. Split it down the middle. Leave it so it leaves it together, and you can see a little bit of dirt there, a lot of dirt there. They're dirty. Run it underwater, which I will do right now. Method number 1. All right, so we have clean leaks. Method number 2, cut the leaks in whatever way you want to. Put it in a container with water, leaks float. Sand and dirt sinks. So in regard, rinse it, maybe change the water out a little bit, go from there. You're wet, sorry. Hey, like I said earlier, that's the advantage of sitting in the front row. Here, let's get this guy. Cheese cloth, we're going to do that one next. So yeah, you can then tie it on the end. There. Pour it out and you extract all the flavor from it. I'll go, and then, you know, how long is it going to be? You know, that guy maybe an hour, hour and a half, we're going to get all the flavor out of it. Cheese cloth. We'll show you a cheese cloth really quick. This is, or not cheese cloth, excuse me, I'm sorry. A sachet made with cheesecloth. Yeah, East Vantage idea is cheesecloth. I remember when I was in culinary school and CIA, and everybody's in the class with Chef Bessie. Chef Bessie was my kindergarten teacher, like I am to your guys. And somebody came up to him, you know, in regards to, because we're running, this guy is his head, some of you guys are thinking, what the heck am I going to get cheesecloth? Oh, and yes, now, but this, you know, in 92, where are you going to get cheesecloth? Fabric store, yeah, maybe so, fabric store, whatever. But you know, this guy's asking, where do you get cheesecloth? He goes to the chef. Chef, I can't find cheesecloth. Can I use my T-shirt? From that day, which was, you know, was it 3 terms in or whatever, he was known as T-shirt. Gave him a nickname or whatever. Yeah, and I don't see, like, why not? Why could you? You're going to ruin your T-shirt. But, yeah, you did the idea too, but pantyhose. You just named yourself. Thyme, parsley stems, the celery leaves, bay leaf, fresh, dry, fresh, few, peppercorns, few, 13. Yeah, exactly. 13.
Could you also cut up the leeks and put them in there?
You could. And really, the celery is not very tradition in this guy either. And yes, you could put garlic in it, but it's not so much tradition. And it works the same way. Not really. So I made a tea bag. Okay, that's known as a sachet.
So is that as far as portion to how much you're making? Is that as far as portion to how much you're making and how large?
Actually, no. For that amount, I'd make a bigger one.
Okay, and same with the leaf, or
And
just
same
do
with
several of those.
Yeah. Until we have both, I would still make them bigger because I'm saying the other aspect. When we're done with the stock, and if it only takes a couple hours to pick all this out, and again, set it and forget it, the idea of making it easy. The idea, do you need to use this guy? We're going to strain it all out.
No.
I'll show you Chef Knoup's bouquet garni. So, I have the thyme, I have some celery, I have some bay leaves, I have some leeks, I have some peppercorns. There we go. Done. That's my bouquet garni. Just throw it in. Why? And we're going to strain it all. It's going to get all the flavor out of it. It's going to be fine. There is some places, though, in your cooking that you want a bouquet garni. You've seen Chef Wolf in here. He's a big one on using bouquet garnis a lot in some of his cooking. But it makes sense, too. Depends on what you're cooking.